Hey guys, and welcome to another GameXplain discussion. I'm your host, Derek Bittner, and I'm joined today by Andre Seegers to discuss his recent playtime with Puzzle & Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition. So Andre, you just got back from Nintendo's San Francisco office, and you got the chance to actually play Puzzle & Dragons Z / Puzzle & Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition. That's quite the title, yeah. So I gotta ask, what is this game like? Because I'm really not that familiar with it. I've heard about it a lot, and I've heard it's quite popular, but I've never actually, looked into it that much beyond it just being, a puzzle game.
Yeah, if you play Puzzles & Dragons, that's what this game is, just with Mario characters basically, and a few, few changes. I hadn't played one before this, but I actually downloaded it on my Android phone afterward to see how it compared, and yeah, it's pretty much the exact same game. With the Mario overlaid. Now, what's interesting about this is, it is two games in one. It is Puzzles & Dragons Z, and then there's the Mario Brothers version, and you select, either one of them from the title screen. So, if you want the core original experience, you have it. If you want the Mario version, you have that. And that's the one I played. So this puzzle game's actually pretty interesting. Like, I kind of expected, I'm not a huge, puzzle game, or rather, I should say, I'm not a huge, mobile gaming fan. Like, I don't play many mobile games. I kind of brush this game off as like another one of those mobile puzzle games that are like all interchangeable with one another. But having played it now, I actually had fun with it. It's a little bit different than what I expected. So you have this grid, and the goal, as with many puzzle games, is to line up pieces, 3 pieces in a row, either horizontally or vertically. What's cool though is you can drag the pieces around anywhere around the board, and as you're doing it, it's swapping pieces with every piece you pass. Every piece you pass, it's going to the previous position that the one you're sliding around was in. So because of how that works, you can create these massive combos with a single piece. And it took me a while to get my head wrapped around it. So unfortunately, I should mention, I had 20 minutes of footage I captured there. I had a glitch though with our footage, so almost none of it worked out in the end, unfortunately. I only have a small glimpse of it, which I'll post in this video. But maybe that's a good thing, because I'm a complete idiot for the first 15 minutes. But yeah, you can set up some massive combos doing that. And what's interesting is by setting up these massive combos, that creates basically attacks. So you have this team of characters you set up before entering a level. Man, there's so much to describe in this game. So basically, there's a world map, you choose a level, and it's like a Mario world, and there's different sub-levels to it, like 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, and then there's a boss to each one as well. And as you're going, level to level, there's different characters, different enemies you fight. And the way you fight them is you have this team of characters, I think of 6 characters plus a support character as well. They set up beforehand that have different attributes. And they're all tied to an element, or maybe multiple elements, which correspond to pieces on the board. So you may have a character that has a blue power, and so if you clear blue pieces on the board, that gives them attack power, at which point after your turn, they send out an attack to the enemies on screen. So depending on, if you score a massive combo consisting of different colors, if you have different characters in your party that have those same elements, it will deal a ton of damage to the characters on screen. So it's a very different type of puzzle game that I've played. I haven't played anything quite like this, and it seems to have a fair amount of depth to it. So it's basically merging a simplified RPG battle system with a puzzle game, and I enjoyed it. I had fun with that. And it seems like it has, it's going to have a fair amount of depth to it. So, and just, layering all those Mario elements, I think will give it enough, of a hook to, to appeal to a lot of people that may not have taken a look at it otherwise. Even though I say that knowing it's a huge game on mobile. But for me, it got me interested in the game, so.
Yeah, it seems like, I'm not sure how fully fledged the Mario Brothers side of things are going to be, but it seems like it's there to sort of get you introduced to the game, sort of get you into it, and then there's Puzzle & Dragons Z to keep you going from that point on, where you can get that more classic experience, which I think is a really clever idea. Plus, it's just a great value to get 2 games in one. I know you didn't get to try the base game at all, but was there anything truly unique about the Mario Brothers edition that I guess you chose levels as in going across the world? Was there anything different to give it that Mario Brothers flavor?
I think it is more in the packaging. Keep in mind, I haven't played a ton of the original Puzzles & Dragons yet, so. But I think it is more in the wrapping of it all. On the overworld, you can come across toad houses, for instance. I think where you can acquire new skills, which you can give to your teammates.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it really is just the Mario wrapping paper on top of the game. And I'm sure they are doing a few other unique things too. But again, I don't have a ton of basis for comparison at this point. So, but I really did like how they, how they wrapped in, the Mario Brothers feel into this game. Or I should specifically say New Super Mario Brothers feel. That's what it feels like. You go around on a New Super Mario Brothers style world map. And there's even like a castle at the end that or an airship you come across at the end. So,
are the bosses just like regular enemies, or are you going to be working through the Koopalings?
You go through the Koopalings, so
okay.
It's very true to a core Mario game, only if it were a puzzle game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What is there anything else to really say about this game? Because I mean, it's a puzzle game, so it's hard to get really that in depth with it.
Yeah.
Because you pretty much described the puzzle mechanics, and there you go. But what else did you? Is there anything else you noticed or you really liked about the game?
There really isn't that much to say. It's a puzzle game, and just watching the gameplay should make a lot more sense than me describing it. I don't know how well I described it. But I will say I'm not a huge, as I said before, I'm not a huge fan of playing games on mobile, because a lot of them do seem like cookie cutter. And I will say this game does stand out. I did like how it tied in the Mario Brothers theme, and it seems to be a fun game. And I should mention too, this is not a freemium game. There are no microtransactions in it at all, at this point at least. So you're paying for the full experience, and if you think it looks interesting, I definitely recommend checking it out based on my playtime with it. Or you can go download the original Puzzles and Dragons on your phone, check that out, and then see if you want a more in-depth, or more story-based experience, with Mario.
Because we all know Mario's all about the story.
Oh yeah, well, you know what I mean. If you want a world map-based experience.
Alright guys, well I think that covers it for our Puzzles and Dragons discussion. So thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to like us on Facebook and Twitter at GameXplain. And of course, stay tuned to GameXplain for more on Puzzle and Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition and other things gaming too. Till next time guys, bye.